Welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor before we even get into anything. If you could for me, hit that thummy thingy, the like button, up or down. That's gonna help with the algorithm. It will help if necessarily you don't watch this full video, but you want to go back at it later on. This will go into your holding list or pattern or whatever it is with the algorithm that'll help you find me again. I greatly appreciate it. I have found that I've started doing this because before YouTube, I did not appreciate the power of the like button. I did not appreciate what content creators go through with this creative process to bring you informative videos on whatever it may be. So if you could do that for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. I've been really thinking about this subject, and it is what I would do if I had to start or I wanted to purchase a gun for the first time. Again, I have been carrying for a little over 30 years. I recently started getting some training, and it really got my mind going with the videos that I'm watching, that everybody just jumps into getting the gun, or they'll jump into the CCW, and I'm guilty of that myself. So you want to get a pistol, you want to get a rifle, you want to get a shotgun, whatever it is, you want to get something to protect yourself. And everyone will say Glock, they'll say AR, they'll say shotgun, they'll say revolver. It's so many different opinions, and it's overwhelming the amount of information that we get and we don't think about. The one thing that I found that people do not talk about is, even before they tell you to get your CCW, and that is just simply take a class. Reason why I say take a class is it's going to save you money. It is going to save you time. And you don't necessarily have to buy a gun. You may think you want a gun now and the responsibility, and you quite possibly could. Or you may be on the fence. It doesn't matter what your age is, 21, 30, 40, 50. You're just getting into them. Republican, Democrat, all of that does not matter. You may want one for self-defense. You may want one to plink around. You may want one to get into some type of shooting competitions. Whatever the reason may be, the reason why I am saying take a class is because you're just now thinking about this. And your journey will be much smoother if you do this. Your pockets will also remain intact, kind of, because you're on the fence. You think you want a gun, but you don't know if you want a gun. And when you do want a gun, you don't know what kind of gun. When I took my first course, I started back from the basics. I just went to a gun cleaning class that my range offers. And no, they have a gun cleaning class. That's the first one I would take. You're not going to get to use any kind of weapon. It's totally safe. The instructor was the only one that had his weapon holstered. I didn't bring any ammunition. And they gave out these. This is the only thing that you will use. Now, this is my own personal one. Some of them are yellow. Some of them are orange, blue, black. It doesn't matter the color. But they are patterned to mimic a real gun. Now, this one is a Hellcat Pro little dummy gun. And the reason why I say this class is because you're going to first learn how to clean a real gun. If you don't have a real gun, grab a gun from somebody you know if you happen to know a person that has a gun. Or call up to the range and say, hey, I don't have a gun. I don't know if I want to even purchase a gun, but I want to learn gun safety first. That's the first thing you should be learning. Not if you want a Glock, not what you're going to be carrying for, not anything. You want to learn the very basics of gun ownership. And the very First thing you should learn is safety, and I do not hear this on any of these videos. Another reason why I would take a class is because it's going to familiarize you with the weight of a gun, with how a gun operates, with cleaning the gun that you decide that you want to carry. That's the reason why I would take this class. And the reason why I say it's going to save you money is the average cost, depending on where your location, your range and everything, can range probably from $25 to about $100. The class I took was $50. There were 4 classes. I took 3. I've been cleaning pistols for a while. I am not going to say I'm an expert because I did learn some things in the first class that I took. But you want to spend that $50. In all, that would be $200. And you can take these over a period of time. These classes will allow you to see what gun culture actually is as well. You'll see a grandmother, you'll see a young guy like I did, you'll see a couple, and then you'll see a middle-aged person, and then you'll see an old man like me. There were 5 people in my class. I did enjoy the class. It lasted about 3 hours. It was well worth the $50. First thing I would do, if you're just brand new, nothing at all, take that class. That will determine if you really want to maintain a firearm, if this is something you really want to do. That's the first class, that gun cleaning class. The second class that I did, we still did not bring any ammunition to the class, and we did not fire. What we did was we had these rubber duckies, and we learned how to hold the gun, our grip, our stance, how to use our eyes, targets, and I'm gonna miss some things, but it was a plethora of information that I received when taking that class. It wasn't until the second class where I had to bring in a handgun. And I brought in one of my handguns that I was gonna use. We had 50 rounds of ammunition. We went back over, when we got in the class, we went back to these rubber ducks so everyone was safe. We went back over what happened in class number 1. Gun safety. Went over our stance again, went over what we were supposed to do, and I'll break this down in separate videos so that it's not that long. After that, we went to the range and we shot. We shot 50 rounds, and we would load 1, we would load 2. By the end of the session, we had loaded 5 rounds and we're shooting into a target. I then proceeded to pay another $50 and go to a third class. And this class was drawing from holster, which you'll have to do if you're deciding that what you want to do is defensive shooting, protecting yourself. You'll probably need to draw from a holster, from a purse, and again, with all of these classes, ask the range, because different ranges have different protocols. Ask your range, hey, I don't have a gun. I'm thinking about getting a gun. Can I borrow one of the guns that you rent in order to take these classes? You may have to pay for the ammunition and another cost, which may be another $25, $30, depending on what you get. They'll probably hand you either a 22 or a 9mm. Do that. That is going to save you a lot of time. I have guns upon guns upon guns, and it took me 30 years to find the 3 guns that I like, and some people only want 1. The 3 guns that I like, that I carry the most often. I hope that you found this informative, and I'll do another video on this again, and I'll break down each of those classes. But before you get a gun, when you're just the infancy of thinking about a gun, take a class before you do your CCW. That is going to save you a tremendous amount of time in the long run. And until next time, and you know it's gonna be a next time, I hope you're safe. I hope that you're happy. I hope that your day is going good. And with that, I'm out.